Hello, 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 everyone. Good to see you. I'm out here enjoying the great outdoors. Y'all know I like to be outside, and I really want to encourage you to spend more of your time outside. It is so beautiful out. It's good to feel the air, the breeze on your skin. It really helps you out a lot. Y'all know I was moving around today, and I happened to get to talking to some people, and I was appalled about what I heard. I could not believe that people are out here actually scamming people out of their hard-earned SNAP benefits. In certain areas, in certain states, it depends on where you at. I know for sure that they don't even replace these things if they have been stolen. So many people are losing their benefits due to scammers that are out here, and they could be doing all kinds of things to get these things away from you. As soon as they get on your card, I'm finding out that they've been stolen right off their cards, to the point where they have children they have to feed. They get right to the register, and then they're realizing that their SNAP cards have already been emptied out. Somebody has already stole the very thing that they need to survive off of their card. And then when they go to report it, they're telling these people that there's nothing they can do about it. Do you know how hard it's got to be for a mother that thinks that she has benefits on her card and she got 3 children, or 2 or 1, home to feed, or even just herself, and then she goes to redeem her SNAP benefits just to find out that somebody then took an advantage of her and actually done stole what was hers. And then when she go to report it, they tell you there's nothing they can do about it. That's got to be heartbreaking. So that's what I want to talk about today. Exactly, why is it that people feel the need to keep constantly taking advantage of other people, and then there's no repercussions for their actions? I mean, to the point where no investigations are done, nobody even cares what has happened to the fact of the people that actually lose out in this situation. So then they got to figure out how they're going to feed their family for the rest of the month, where they're going to get food from. Yeah, the food banks are out there, but sometimes they may not even have enough. Sometimes they will turn you away. Sometimes they may not even be able to accommodate the very need, or give you the very things that you need nutritional wise that your children even eats. I mean, I understand when some people say, well, if they ain't got nothing to eat, they should just eat whatever. No, they shouldn't eat whatever, because some people are allergic to whatever. You see what I'm saying? Some people may be allergic to whatever it is, and then some may be on a strict diet. Some may be on a nutritional diet where they might need things like supplemental protein shakes or something like that. We don't know what the situation could be, but it's still not right for somebody to take something that belongs to somebody else, and then that person who is the victim has to suffer. And for all you that may not understand what SNAP is a benefit of which is loaded on your card. It is loaded on your card each month. The assistance funds are put on your card certain times of the month, and then you're supposed to go and use this card like a debit card, and you go and you grocery shop as if you would normally do if you would spend your bank card. You would use the same card the same way, and you would just go through the line. You would go pick out all your goods. You go through the line and you begin to shop. You enter the card, or you swipe your card, or put your card in the machine, however you do it, and then you find out that your benefits are gone. I mean, the cashier going to tell you there's nothing on your card. And then what do you do at that point? When you realize there's nothing on your card, that has got to be something that, I mean, I just can't believe the humiliation, the embarrassment that they feel when they're up there, and then this begins to happen. I mean, some families can receive anywhere from $300 to $2,000 a month, depending on their family size, depending on where they live, depending on how much money they make, and whatsoever. And they can actually receive enough to be able to cover them from month to month, in these situations. And I mean, while you're out there, and as much as this electronic way of stealing people's things is beginning to be on the rise, it's better you learn how to protect yourself. And I remember years ago, they were doing this type of thing, but you could call your local welfare office. If you reported it and investigation was done, they would give you your benefits back to you. Now, not so much. Now they don't give you your benefits back. And this is what I'm hearing now. This is what I was told. They don't give you your benefits back. You just have to suffer through that month until the next month, and you may get something on your card then. So therefore, now you got to understand that you have to protect your own cards. Don't give nobody your card. I know sometimes you may feel sick and you may not feel good, and you give somebody your card and you let them take your card to the store. And even then, sometimes there's been cases where that person has bought things that you didn't authorize them to buy. Or you may get to a place where you may have to just wait until you can feel better to go take care of your own business. And then do not share your PIN number with anybody or tell your PIN number to anybody, because a lot of times you may feel as though that you can share this PIN number. But remember, I've said it over and over again, you may feel like that's your friend, but they also got friends that you don't have. So sometimes you may be sharing a little too much. Sometimes you got to learn how to keep your financial situation private and not talk to people about your financial situation, because that's really nobody's business. That's something between you and God, and for you to work out and for you to deal with. I don't care if you got a little money or a lot of money. Sometimes it's best not to talk money with people, because of the fact that sometimes people will get jealous of the very situation that you're in. So them SNAP benefits that you are getting, so you're getting a whole lot of SNAP benefits, they may feel as though that they can help themselves to your benefits because they feel that you're getting too much. So therefore, it's better that you hold your cards and put your cards in a safe folder so that they cannot be copied when you're walking around. And they're telling me that they got these envelopes that you can put your, and I got to get one too, y'all. I'm talking to myself as I'm hearing this and I'm learning these things, because at my age of 65 years old, we didn't have to do all of this back then. I mean, I'm not saying people wasn't stealing or thieves were not still stealing back then, but it just is just so more common now that we got the internet, and you got people that know how to hack things, and you got people that know how to use this electronic devices, which I'm not that tech savvy. So I would say, yes, get yourself a cover to put your bank cards and things of that nature in, because I've even heard that people can walk close to you and they can pick up your numbers and things like that just by walking close to you if your cards are not covered in a protective envelope. And always change your PIN number. Once a month, change your PIN number. And that's good for a lot of us to remember, to change our PIN number on certain things. Because when you're out in public and you're using these machines, sometimes you notice that people be standing too close to you. They want to look over top your shoulder, and they act as though, you be trying to cover the numbers and things up, but you don't know how much they've already seen, or you don't know whether they've seen your number, your card. Try to keep your cards covered. The numbers on all your information. Try to keep it covered when you're out in public. Even if you have to politely ask the person behind you if they're standing too close to you and it's making you feel uncomfortable to the point where you can't hide your number or whatever, before you put your number in, could you just ask them politely, could they please give you a little space? Could they please back up just a little bit? Could they please just give you some privacy? I mean, it should not be a problem. That should not be an argument. And like I said, it should not be. But we're living in a time now where people are on edge. They're off edge. But you got to protect you and your family. You really, truly got to protect the things that you need to be able to make it in this season. So you cannot be out here losing your SNAP benefits to somebody who just wants to steal, and you know that whatever state you in, they're not going to replace it. They're not going to give you nothing back, and now you got to rely on the food banks, or maybe even try to start borrowing money from the people around you, or having them look down on you because of the fact that maybe people didn't even know you were getting SNAP benefits, and now because you're in need, now the world got to know that you was getting SNAP benefits because you don't want your kids to go hungry. So as a mother, you got to do what you got to do in that situation. And the sad part, the part that really upset me about that whole situation of people losing their SNAP benefits to criminals, is the fact that they cannot be replaced. They cannot replace these things. They cannot get a new set issued to them. And the thing about it is I didn't understand how the thieves were able to do this in the first place. But then I was told that they were installing devices on the scan readers so that they could pick up your PIN number. They were reading your numbers. They were actually reading your numbers off of your cards. And before you even get a chance, within minutes, they can swipe that card clean. Swipe it completely clean. I mean, it is really scary out here, y'all. It's scary. People are doing desperate things. They're actually doing desperate things. And they don't care who they taking from. They don't care if your kids don't eat. They don't care if your kids don't have. They don't care if you don't have no money. They don't care if you get surprised once you get there to the counter and now you have no way to feed your child. I mean, These scams have been going on for a minute now. I mean, for a minute. And I'm telling y'all, protect your cards, because right now it's going to be on an all-time high. I really believe that as we go down these further months and we go further down in this rabbit hole that we're going down, I really believe that it's going to get worse. I believe that people are actually going to really start stealing a lot more. And you got to be careful. You got to be responsible and take care of your own self. I know in these situations you really have no, I mean, it's not even you doing it, because you don't even know that your stuff is gone. First and foremost, you don't even know that somebody done scammed you until you get to the register and you find out that you don't have nothing on your card. Now that is a situation that's heartbreaking. I mean, that right there, to know that your SNAP benefits have been taken from you and you got kids to feed. Now what do you do? What do you do? Y'all type down in the comments and let the people out there know what should they do when they find these situations, especially when they're in a city. I don't know of all the places, all the states where you can or cannot get reimbursed, but I know in certain states you cannot get reimbursed for them same benefits. Once they're gone, they're gone. You really have to there's no way to protect yourself from it, because if you get the card and once you get there you realize somebody done took them already, how can you protect yourself from that? How can you protect yourself from being scammed? How can you protect yourself when they issue the card to you and you go right to the grocery store and you begin to shop and then you realize your card done been wiped clean? And that's how it's happening. So if you've ever been in these situations, or you know anybody who's been in these situations, please share your thoughts in the comments, or share your experiences in the comments, so that we can get the word out and people can know how to better safeguard themselves from this type of scamming and this type of activity. Of it may not just be the SNAP card, it may be any card. So I think this is a good conversation to open up. And let me say this, I wrote this down because I took this as a note. It said SNAP skimming is a growing type of electronic theft in which criminals install hidden devices on card readers to steal card numbers and pins. Once the information is cloned, they can wipe out an account in minutes. Just that fast, they got everything that belonged to you and gone. Just that fast. Just that fast. And you tell me that's not scary. That's some scary business to know that this stuff. That's why I'm glad that in certain situations I move by myself, and the fact that I be very careful of how people get too close to me. I've just been that way. I always got my head on a swivel, and if you're breathing on my neck, you way too close. You way too close. You way too close. Because, and I try my best to only take the card out that I need for the day. Whatever card I need for the day, that's the one I want to drive with, ride with, roll with. I don't want to just have some of you ladies out here with a whole wallet full of cards. You got all kinds of cards, all kinds of credit cards. I think it's a good time, just hearing this information is a good time to empty your wallet. I mean, I know we're talking about the SNAP skimmers, but while we're talking about the SNAP skimmers, take this advice and use it for everything, all the cards that you have in your pocket in this season. Don't roll out with no more than what you might need to get yourself back home or to get yourself out of an emergency. I can see you taking your driver's license and your bank card, or your driver, whatever you're going to use a credit card. Just take one. Don't be filling your pocketbook up with 1,000 credit cards and then you out there and you get scammed. Now all your stuff is gone. Now all your money's gone. Now everything is gone. Your food stamps are gone. Your bank card's gone, because I'm sure if they can clone that, they can clone anything. So y'all drop your thoughts in the comments about this situation, and let's do better about how to protect ourselves and how to try to help our own selves even in these situations, because we got to do better with protecting ourselves, because the world is not like it used to be. We're not living in a world now where you can just trust people and you can just walk around in all willy-nilly with your pocket full of money, your pocket full of cards, and know that nobody's going to bother you, because there's people out there that's going to bother you. People are into this electronic game and they're into it hard. They're into it to a place where they can actually skim your card. Now, this is what it said. Now, it isn't me saying this. This is exactly what it said. And I was appalled when I read that little bit. When I seen that little bit right there, I was just purely appalled to say that SNAP skimming is it's a growing type. That means it is getting bigger and bigger, and more people are experiencing this. A growing type of electronic theft in which criminals install hidden devices on card readers to steal card numbers and pins. I mean, that's scary, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but it's scary to me. It's scary to me. Maybe because I'm too trusting. Maybe it's because I just feel as though that people should leave other people's stuff alone. And I know we live in a world where that's not going to happen. But for a young lady to have 3 to 4 head of kids, and she has done everything she needs to do right, and she does get her benefits that she truly needs to feed her children, and then she find out that somebody done took a card reader and then stole every bit of the very food stamps that she was going to buy food for her family. Think about that for a minute. Think about how that would feel. Think about how embarrassing that is to get right there to the counter after you done shopped and then realize that you have nothing to pay for your groceries. And then when you call it in, now you're going to tell me I got to wait a whole month. So now I'm looking at this big cold world, and I'm looking at these beautiful children that I got right here, these 3 faces or 4 faces. I'm just paraphrasing this, because y'all know I ain't got no little faces right here. I got big faces. It's me and one child, and we're good. But I'm just thinking I don't get no SNAP benefits. But even if I did, I haven't gotten food stamps since I was a young girl. But even if I did, even if I did, or even because I don't, that don't mean I don't have a heart. My heart goes out to this young lady, whoever she is, wherever she is, and whoever's going through this. My heart goes out to you, and I will continue to pray that these thieves get caught. These thieves will be brought to justice, or they would definitely be picked up on the internet by somebody. I'm sure if they got internet thieves out there trying to steal, I'm sure they got internet people out there that are watching also to look for this type of stuff. So I hope they found out. But to anyone out there that is losing their benefits to this type of scam, I don't know. It's only going to get worse. So be careful. Start protecting yourself. Change your PIN number every 30 days. Change your PIN number every 30 days. Do not share your PIN number with no one else. Do not talk about your finances to no one else. Don't even allow nobody to know that you even get a SNAP card. If you can keep that part private, just keep it private. Because sometimes sharing everything is not good. If you don't have a way to get to the store, or you don't feel like going to the store, try to use what you got. Don't just keep giving your card to strangers, or what you think might be friends could still be strangers. Come on, somebody. So that's my end of that rant. That's my thought about that rant on what do we do about the SNAP scamming. So y'all drop y'all thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear them. But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, turn your notification bell on so that you will be notified when I drop my next video. All right, be blessed.